After a tiring battle with Smoky Quartz, Jasper was weakened and turned to the trapped corrupted gem that she had behind her. She walked up to it with hesitation in her movement. She started forcing it into fusing and it looked like it was working. Smoky Quartz unfused, throwing Amethyst and Steven in different directions. Steven got up thanks to the bubble he had made to save himself and watched as Jasper was still trying to fuse. "Jasper, please stop please." The fusion between the two failed and Jasper was plowed into the ground as the corrupted gem ran off into the distance. Amethyst's body had been destroyed and she had returned to her gem. Jasper was now left alone with Steven. "You filthy abomination Rose Quartz, I will have your shards under my boot." She got up and slowly staggered towards Steven. He got up and readied his shield. "Calm down JasperxSteven pleaded. He was alone with no one to help. Even Amethyst couldn't rush to regenerate, as her body wouldn't be strong enough to fight Jasper. Jasper smiled more as she walked towards Steven. "How about I make you suffer a bit before I shatter you?" Rose as she looked over to Amethyst gem which was starting to glow. "Not on my watch." As she grabbed Amethyst gem and held it tight in her hand. "This will be some good practice." Steven ran over and sliced off Jasper's arm. "You little abomination, how can you tame me?" As she kicked him away, she felt pain coursing through her veins and she was brought down to her knees. "What's going on?" Steven quickly bubbled Amethyst and sent her away. "Jasper, what's wrong?" He saw her arm changing rapidly, shifting between normal and corruption, the same as the corrupted gems. No, this is corruption. "How can I end like this?" she screamed out. Steven rushed to her. "Relax, I think I can help you." She wanted to raise her arm to strike him but was too weak. He quickly kissed her arm and it began to heal, but he didn't put enough spit. "I am going to lick your arm now." Jasper laid there with her vision fading. "How can I let myself be violated by this abomination?" Then her vision went dark. She woke up in a cave with heavy rain pouring outside and a small flame next to her with a blanket covering her. "What is this?" She was too weak to sit up. "Oh hi Jasper," a soft voice in the distance. "You. What have you done to me?" "I will get you for this," she said under her weakened voice. "Don't speak, you're still way too weak." She looked around and the thought to shatter Steven had crossed her mind, but before she could think out a plan she heard a roar and saw a lion napping at her feet. Jasper calmed herself. "I guess I am forced to lay here." Days later she saw her opportunity to shatter Steven. As she saw Lion was gone and Steven was asleep, she got up standing over Steven and summoned her weapon. "Thank you for your work, abomination, but you are no longer needed." Steven woke up and looked at her. "What are you doing, Jasper?" She looked at him with a menacing smile. "I am getting rid of the likes of you." Before she could land a blow on him she was tackled by Lion, who jumped through a portal. Jasper recovered quickly and took a fighting stance, staring at Lion with her weapon still drawn. "You vile creation, I know what you are, but this abomination does not deserve your loyalty." She looked back at Steven with a cold and calculating smile. "If me and you join forces we can take down someone most hated by the diamonds." Lion simply responded with a small growl, staring at Jasper with little to no attention. She saw how Lion was acting. "Untrained brute," she said, turning her direction to Steven and charging at him, running on all fours. But before she could reach him a sound blasted her into the side of the cave. "What was that?" she asked, confused. Looking around she noticed Lion snuggling up to Steven, giving her a stink eye. She wanted to fight more, but another blast pushed her back into the ground with more force than the last. Jasper didn't stop but kept trying to get up, with each attempt trying a new tactic, until she was too weak, barely able to get up but still stubborn. Lion was preparing another blast as he had not even broken a sweat, but Steven got in the way and stopped him. "It's okay Lion, I can take care of this now." Steven was not very strong in combat and he knew this going up to the Diamond's most highly trained soldier, one that was able to best the gems in a fight alone. She looked at him. "So what now, you're an abomination?" Jasper asked, panting. Are you going to let your pet finish me? Steven looked at her with worried eyes. I know you can be more than this. Before he could finish his sentence, Jasper was already pouncing on him, but Lion was there again and clawed deep into Jasper's chest as a loud blast of smoke came from where her body used to be. Her gem fell to the ground. Lion, you did not have to do that. I wanted to make her understand. As Steven went to bubble her, he carried her gem and climbed on Lion. Take us home, pal. Lion blasted a portal open, and before they knew it they were in front of the beach house. He rushed home and into Rose's room. We made it. Steven left her bubbled and rushed to the temple. He found Amethyst's gem, which had not been touched. He popped it and it immediately started to glow as amethyst formed. Steven, watch out! She screamed out. Relax, Amethyst, it's okay. He calmed her down. Why, what happened to Jasper? He laughed jokingly and scratched the back of his head while she got away. Her jaw dropped in shock. What, we have to destroy her? Steven was shocked at how Amethyst was going with this. Amethyst, we don't shatter gems. She looked at him. Oh, Steven, she sighed, walking up to him and patting his head. Sometimes we must do bad things to bad people to protect the good. He held her arm and stopped her from patting his head. But we will become bad people then. She looked at him and wanted to say something but couldn't bring herself to say it. But all of a sudden she felt dizzy. Steven got to her before she fell down. Her gem was cracked and Steven quickly healed it. Okay, Amethyst, I healed it. She smiled in relief. Do you see, Steven, she could have shattered me. We have to destroy her. So where is she? Steven? He looked at her face filled with rage. I don't know where she is. Jasper left after I made her drop you. Amethyst, calm down. You had me worried there, she said, looking up at him, smiling as she laid on his lap and stroked his cheek but quickly shook it off. So where are Garnet and Pearl? Steven took a quick look around the temple. They might be out looking for us. We haven't been home in a couple of days. Lion took us somewhere. Amethyst got up and went on the communicator and called Garnet. Hey Garnet, we are fine. Me and Steven just got back. Okay. We will see you when you get here. They left the temple and headed to the kitchen. Steven, we have been gone for days, so we deserve a proper chow down, he replied nervously. Yes, we do. After the meal he wanted to check on how Jasper was doing. Hey, so I am gonna go take a quick nap in my room, she replied, tired and sleepy. Yeah, sure Steven, you don't have to tell me. He tried to walk as casually as possible, but this looked weird to Amethyst, but she didn't care. Steven got in his room to find Jasper still bubbled and was doing some hard thinking. Should I release her? What if she gets in the temple and causes chaos? What if she hurts Amethyst? What if she hurts me? He pushed back those thoughts and hoped for the best, expecting the worst. With a gem destabilizer in his hand which they had recovered from the gem ship, Steven popped the bubble and waited with bated breath as Jasper formed. Rose quartz, so it's just me and you. She looked around to make sure Lion wasn't there. She started to walk slowly toward Steven and he revealed the gem destabilizer. Calm down, Jasper. I want to make sure that you are okay. So sit down. She looked at him cautiously. Smart tactic, rose quartz, but you know that won't be enough to stop me. Steven looked at her in a smug and carefree tone, but this managed to take out Garnet, and last time I checked she is stronger than you. She kneeled down hesitantly. This is what you want, isn't it, you abomination? Steven looked at her. That's not what I want, Jasper, so let me check up on you. She looked away in anger. Maybe I could keep you as my servant. You have proven yourself to be useful. No one has ever stopped someone from corrupting. Steven smiled as he checked on her arm. You know I'm not happy with what you did to Amethyst. Jasper growled when she heard him mention her. Why should I care about that? Overcooked runs thoughts. And by the way, how does your healing work? Steven smiled nervously before answering. It works with my spit. She looked at him sternly. So that liquid that comes out of your mouth? He responded quickly. Yes, but don't try to distract me from what I said. Before he could finish, Jasper interrupted him. I see, so the quickest way for you to heal me is to ingest your spit as you call it. Steven laughed. Yeah, that is true, but it looks like you're healed. I don't see any corrupted parts. She stood back up. Give me another shot of your spit as you call it. To make sure, he was confused but put his finger into his mouth and took it out. This is shameful to be saved with such foul methods. She licked his finger and Steven felt chills and shivers down his spine. So where exactly am I? Jasper asked in a curious tone. Well, you might not like this. You're at our base. Jasper quickly took a fighting stance and readied her weapons. Is that fusion here? What are your plans with me? Steven rushed to her. Calm down, I won't let them hurt you even after you hurt Amethyst. She looked at him and laughed. So you think you can command me, you filthy hybrid? She said in a maniacal tone, laughing, and he walked up to her and shocked her with the gem destabilizer. I really hate what you did to Amethyst. Jasper backed up, now looking worried. So what are you going to do to me? Shatter me? She laughed out. The gems are considering it and I know I can do it. She gasped in shock. What? Jasper stopped. Amethyst is the one who is the most for it. You did crack her. And the others haven't given their thoughts yet. She started to panic. Don't shatter me. Steven looked at her sternly. Would you shatter us if this was the other way around? She didn't respond but rather looked away. Jasper pleaded and Steven couldn't tell if she was being truthful or simply lying. Okay, I will keep you safe here, but you must listen to everything I say. She mumblingly agreed. Yes, I will, but you have to ensure me that I have protection from your gems. He nodded in agreement. Steven Quartz, is it? I would want to know more about this world. He knew he couldn't just walk out with Jasper in hand. Why do you want to learn more about this world? She had piqued Steven's interest, but he just laughed it off before she could give an answer. You can watch TV with me sometimes, but now I'm gonna leave you here. She wasn't happy. As soon as Steven left the room, she began throwing a tantrum. I will break you, Rose Quartz or Steven Quartz. I don't care, I will shatter you. At that very moment she gazed at the door to see Steven standing there as he backed away slowly. Jasper knew that she had messed up and was quick to start apologizing. It's not that I hate you, I just hate this planet and all it has taken away from me. It took my diamond. You took my diamond, Rose Quartz. How else do you expect me to feel? Steven hears the gems heading up and rushes to Jasper. Sorry for this. She was confused. Sorry for what? He used the gem destabilizer on her to its full power and she retreated back into her gem. He quickly bubbled it and asked his room to hide it until he got back and only show it to him.